Hello everyone, this is the Awesome Dawson, back again with another video.
Last rant was quite popular, so I'm going to be doing the same thing, kind of. This time on one of the worst episodes of any show I have ever seen in my life. This is my rant of the Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 3, The Long Night, or Battle of Winterfell, or whatever the fuck it's called. I was already pissed off at Season 7 of Game of Thrones 2 years ago, but this episode is the one that really broke the camel's back and proved that the two showrunners don't know whatever the hell they're doing. After all these years, after many episodes of build-up, the White Walkers have finally breached the wall and have made it to Winterfell. And then, what happens? The Dothraki, the the legendary horse riders of the show, just ride off in their flaming swords that they just get randomly from the Red Witch, who just shows up randomly, and they all get cut off. I mean, the visuals really looked cool, but I mean, what the fuck? Why was this their plan? I mean, whose plan was it to have the cavalry go in first? The cavalry is usually meant to flank on the sides. They just have the cavalry go head on straight into darkness and they all get picked off. And then naturally they all come back as fucking zombies. It's just, what? Whose idea was this? The people who were planning this were Jon Snow, Jaime Lannister, Tyrion Lannister, many other smart and intelligent characters who have gone through many battles before, and this is the best they can come up with. I just cannot fucking believe this. And I remember the hype for this episode. People said it would be on a larger scale of Helm's Deep from Lord of the Rings. And I mean, yes, maybe it was, but it doesn't really matter how much money you spent on it if you can't even see the damn episode. Most of the time, the lighting was absolutely crap. I couldn't see anything. When we finally got the dragons to fight each other, flames and everything, you can barely see what is going on. You don't know whose dragon is whose dragon. You just have to tell by the colour of the flame, which you barely see half the time. I mean, whose idea was it to be this dark? They stacked up some wood in the moat around Winterfell, and it takes them forever to bloody light the damn thing. I mean, what happened to having a massive bonfire in the middle of the battlefield? I mean, the White Walker's main weakness is blimmin' fire. And I mean, don't ask me about when the dragon breathes fire on the Night King. I mean, he can get killed by dragon glass because it's made from dragon fire, and he can be killed by Valyrian steel, which is presumably forged using dragonfire, yet actual dragonfire doesn't hurt him whatsoever. He gives off a villainish smile. I mean, gosh. A little girl killed a White Walker giant, or a zombie giant, or whatever. I think my suspension of disbelief can't take it anymore. So many death fake outs in this episode, like Sam. It makes us think he gets killed like 5 times or something. I lost count. There was so many death fake outs for so many other characters, and the characters that actually die, they do it in like the most stupidest ways. I mean, armor exists, but they just get stabbed through their armor with a wooden stick. I mean, where's the fucking logic in that? Oh, and we haven't even got to the worst part. Yeah, the worst part. The Night King freaking dies. All that build up and then just thrown away for nothing. And you know who kills him? No, it's not Jon Snow. It's Arya Stark. I mean, I like Arya Stark. I was invested in her character throughout the majority of Game of Thrones, throughout most of the seasons. and then she just teleports out of nowhere and kills the Night King. I mean, this is Jon's story. I want to see Jon Snow defeat the Night King. This is meant to be his job. He has spent the entire series, the majority of the series, trying to prove that the threat is real, and when he's finally proven it, it's taken away from him by Arya Stark while he's busy taking care of the Night King's dragon or something. I mean, no, this just breaks the story. I mean, 8 years of my life was invested in this. I mean, the Night King is like TV's Thanos. He is the Thanos of Game of Thrones, the big end boss that we have been built up all these years. The first scene of the Game of Thrones series is the Night King. The point of the show is that you're supposed to put away your petty rivalries, get away from pride and politics. The throne doesn't matter. This was the underlying theme of the show. Living versus the dead. I mean, come on, this is easy to get right. Thanks for watching. Remember to leave a like and subscribe. And if you're wondering why I sound different, it's because I haven't been feeling all too well this past week. So I haven't been getting much things done. But I felt like I should get this video out just to give my opinion on a show that I really used to enjoy a few years ago, and it's just really sad to see it go down. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna make another awesome review for my next video, and I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna really enjoy